It's Ace Da Vinci. You are now tuned in to the record pool. Heavy.
Move your body, move your body. Let the music take control.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Summertime Fine.
It's your boy, Chicago Realist.
And we back with the record pool. So today we got Ace Da Vinci on the show, if y'all ain't know.
Heavy.
So let's talk about, where are you from?
Well, I'm from the south side of Chicago, Wild Hunters, but I used to live in Blue Island too. Okay. So where we are now, I feel is very familiar.
Right.
Activity.
Right.
But yeah, I really feel like I done lived all up and down Chicago just my whole life. Just bounced around. I feel like the only place I ain't lived so far is like over east.
Okay.
Okay.
So like, how did that? How you feel like where you came from kind of shaped your music?
I feel well rounded.
Yeah.
I feel well rounded on my music side, where I just feel like I get to just embrace different aspects of Chicago, different sides of Chicago, and just different sides of music too. So yeah, it goes into it like that.
How would you explain your music?
I feel like my music grows with me. So okay. I've been making music for half my life. So it's really like, that's a lot of learning. Yeah. That's a lot of like experiencing something, fucking up, learning from it and shit like that too. So I feel like my music is like it's almost like an autobiography, but I make sure it's more relatable so that way other people that's growing with me as a person can just relate and continue to relate. So my music is relatable. My music is a vibe in that type of sense where, it touches the heart. Right.
It definitely is a vibe. You kind of give me like the Outkast kind of vibe. You ever got those comparisons?
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's an honor. Like, I feel like, what I'm saying? Outkast was one of my inspirations. Lupe is one of my inspirations. Old school Kanye is one of my inspirations. So, just all that touched me when I was younger. That sounds weird, touched me when I was younger. But just all that those influences that just sparked me as a youth just continued on with me just to this day.
Yeah.
What about them kind of like inspired you? Like, was it their sound, or was it their, the way they moved, or
their creativity?
Yeah.
All of the above. I feel like creativity comes from the spirit, and I feel like the sound itself, my sound comes from a culmination of just like everything that's just been going on, know what I'm saying? At the same time, what's been going on with me, so it's like inwardly and outwardly.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there's certain people that affected me directly too. Like, I can say as a producer, I got a lot of my inspiration from Timbaland. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite producer.
Okay.
The coldest, and I can say as an artist, I got a lot of my cadence and a lot of my like movement from like Lupe and Kanye. You know what I'm saying? So
like, how do you feel like you came up with this unique style, being from Chicago with all the drill and what we kind of mainly known for?
I feel like shit. I got wrapped up in the music in a very specific kind of like time era too, like in a span where it was just like where Kanye was that nigga, and that was just really it. But when that was happening, I remember there was a gap between Kanye and Chief Keef.
Okay.
And in that gap, you know what I'm saying, is where I really like fed into a lot of what it is that I had going on too. Because before that, I had a lot of New York shit going on, like a lot of East Coast, a lot of that, now a lot of that Jay-Z, Rockefeller shit, Dipset, you know what I'm saying? So when it came into seeing like, I used to call Lupe like the Chicago Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I can see that.
Yeah, just in different type of spans and shit. And it's like, I feel like those inspirations back then helped mold me into how I moved back then. And now I feel so self-contained where I've just been listening to me.
Right.
I've just been rocking with me. I've just been seeing what I got going on. I have enough of my own catalog where I can listen to myself and be like, all right, so what I'm going to do next?
Okay.
So would you, I wasn't aware that you were producing like your own songs like that. So how would you describe your studio technique? Because some people, they want to be, you know, locked in like by themselves. Some people want to be around other people. Other people don't want to be, you know, around nobody. Or some people like, oh, I gotta smoke, gotta make sure I have my weed there, or
Yeah.
you know, I want to eat, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So how would you describe your studio technique?
I'm used to being solo. I'm used to being just, you know, by myself, you know, in a little basement, a little computer in a little dark corner and shit. All the lights off and shit. I'm in this bitch just clicking, clacking and shit. Got the headphones on, making weird noises in the back in the corner, just making beats and making music and just kind of thinking that shit out. You know, I feel like I really do enjoy the process of when I am around people. I think that shit is really cool. I've just really learned how to, I can't say just learned it, but I feel like with every time I make music in a room full of people, I feel like that shit just continues to just impress me because I like seeing what comes out of it. It's more fun when I do shit like that. And the way I record too is like, I have a mic that's just like we pass around damn near. So that helps with the creative process too with me because it's like, I know a lot of this hip hop shit, it'd be a lot of like, okay, 3, 2, 1, and then you rap. But it's really like sometimes you just got to catch that moment, G. And when you do that, it's like I'm passing the mic around, motherfuckers just catch that shit. And then I like to just mesh everything together. I like to mesh the composed and like the free shit too, you know. So that helps in my recording process. Yeah.
Okay.
So what's what's OC Flober? Did I say it right?
So October.
Flober, my fault.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I
what's
did
that
that.
about?
The whole month of October, I did a song a day.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was wondering, yeah, because I was like, I wonder what this is, what this is about. So I'm like, okay.
For the whole month of October, so it's 31 days this past October, and I had 31 songs. Every day, my followers woke up and opened up their phone when they saw a new song for me. Well, maybe not every morning, but like every day at least. That Ace got a new one. Ace got a new one, and I've been doing that for years at this point. I really should keep count of how many years I've been doing that shit. I could probably say like 7, 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But this is the first year where I implemented a different kind of technique where I actually used like a green screen.
Okay.
Like I wasn't using green screen before. I was just freestyling. Like I just picked the phone up every day. Like, yo, here I am in the basement. Face it. The replacement. The basic. You know what I'm saying? Just going for a minute and then just posting that shit. This year I actually recorded. I took songs. I recorded songs, and had a green screen. I learned how to edit a lot of this shit. So everything that you see, I really did in my own crib. Just like.
So you really like kind of on your Kanye's. I mean, you do everything.
Oh yeah, I'm a Renaissance man.
Right.
You know, that's kind of like brings reference into the whole Da Vinci thing because Da Vinci, he brought like forth a inspiration or like a art burst, a burst of creativity for a lot of artists. Like a lot of what he did helped bring creativity amongst people around him, and that was called the High Renaissance. And I feel like, you know, a lot of what I do just inspires other people, whether they want to believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? I see myself and believe in myself as one of those Chicago legends, one of those people that just has been doing this thing for a while and has offered his heart into the vein of what's going on. And intrinsically, I feel like, you know, I help bring things together in my own way. So October is one of my ways of contributing because I know I have a way of like going in a hibernation sometimes where I just kind of don't do a lot of shit. Like, cause I feel like nowadays it's like a rat race being able to like do the whole keeping up, throw content. Instagram don't even like pictures no more. They only like reels and all this type of shit where it's just like they force you to just continue to put out shit. But I believe in quality.
Yeah.
Right, over quantity.
I believe in quality. I believe in like being able to make things that actually stick and feel good. So yeah.
But why October? Because, you know, like you got, you know, 11 other months. So what? But why October though?
That's a good question, and I have no idea why.
I don't know. Did you get it from maybe the whole Drake thing? October, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, shit, it got nothing to do with Drake. I've been making music since Drake been making music. Like at this point, like. Nah, like for real, and it's like I remember having a MySpace and going on Drake MySpace and being like, this guy might fuck around, make it in this bitch. Like I remember being like that when it came to Drake. Like, I remember just like I was making my shit on that shit too. Like I've been around.
So you been doing this for a real long time.
Yes, sir. I've been around for a minute.
What year would you say?
I've been making music, I would say, for about 16 years.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I've been making music and posting music for about 16 years of my life.
How did you like get started just making music in general? Like how did that even come to the forefront for you? Like this is what this is what I'm gonna do.
Just from rapping, just from battle rapping niggas in high school and shit
okay.
like that.
What high school?
Like I remember I went to John Hope for I remember in 8th grade, that's when I really started rapping and shit. But I went to John Hope in 8th grade. High school, I really went to Eisenhower out here, you know what I'm saying, like Alsip and shit like that. But yeah, like in 8th grade is when I first started rapping. I remember in 8th grade, motherfuckers was making like the grinding beat, beatbox, grinding, and motherfuckers was rapping and shit back then. I was rapping back then, so that's really when I feel like I started like.
Yeah. So how did you get introduced to? Have you done anything with Boom Man Forever in his camp and everything?
Oh yeah, that's the homie, man.
Yeah.
Look, I'm proud of him and his growth. I'm proud of him and
shout out to him for sure.
Shout out to Boom Man, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tribe. Shout out to everybody who's been doing that shit for years. Like I've been watching everybody around me just grow.
Yeah.
You know, like back when like I used to throw open mics where like Boom Man would pull up and be on the list and I call him up and he rock shit, you know what I'm saying? I used to be throwing open mics where motherfuckers would just where other people would pull up too late and can't be on the mic, and now the niggas listening to, you know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Ricky Rue, Kingpin Rue, like shout out to so many, Solo the Dweeb, shout out to Donna Cash over Cloud, shout out to everybody out on Smart Mouth, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shai Tulani, like shout out to so many different artists who I've seen just grow and continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? No Lie Day, I think that's her name. How you pronounce it? Like it's just so many artists I watch just continue to propel, just from like wanting to do more to finding a lane and an avenue to doing more. For real.
What do you say? What can you say? What do you want people to get from your music?
I want people to feel. I just want people to know that they're not alone. I want people to know that they're not alone and feeling anywhere that you feel, whether it's feeling positive and you in a world full of people who just always want to be fucking negative, or in a world of sometimes you down and everybody want to tell you to just keep your head up and you not feeling that way sometimes. Like I want people to just know that no matter what's going on, they not alone, because sometimes it's very easy to just feel alone. You know, I want people to know that they're not alone when they feeling successful, because sometimes success can breed alone. Like they can bring loneliness. People be feeling like the more successful they get, the more they got to cut off, the more people they got to lose and shit, and they feel lonely from their success. They can't share the success with the people they came up with. I know people that feel like they alone because they're not succeeding. And sometimes they feel like that people just surpassing them, and I want them to feel like they're not alone neither. Like nobody's ever really truly alone. Like we can all take care of each other, and I feel like my music just kind of like embodies that.
Yeah. Where did you develop this vibe, man? Like you just chill, like how you did you was like this your whole life or what?
Yeah, but I also just be kind of like just chilling by myself a lot too, so I just get a lot of time to just sit with myself and just smoke and think and play my video games, just chill and just kind of reflect on what's been going on in my life, man. Because when it come down to it, it's like, I believe, you know, none of us really gonna make it out alive, right? It's like we all end up in the same place, so it's just time to like just embrace what it is that we have in the moment. I'm not always good at that. I'm not always good at embracing, and just accepting happiness. Like I deal with my own anxiety, I deal with my own issues. So a lot of the times I'm projecting shit like this. It's really me talking to myself, right? So. And I feel like we are reflections of ourselves and shit too. Like the people we gravitate to are the people that remind us of ourselves in our own way. So, I mean, you know, I just be trying to move good and bring all the good out.
Positive,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for sure.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of expound on what I was asking with the. So, do you have management? Is Pete? That's, you know what I'm saying. That's who I was spoken to. Is that your manager as well as Boom Man's?
No, I'm solo dolo.
Okay.
I've been rocking dolo since the creation of I. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I've never really had nobody else ever really like manage me or nothing like that. Which I think is cool in the Chicago scene, and I feel like that's also been like one of my things too, because I feel like people think because I'm so self-contained that people fuck around and might think that I got everything figured out, but I don't. I'm still trying to figure out a lot of aspects in the world of my music and the world of what I got to do next, especially in the face of like the digital era, because everything is like changing. You know what I'm saying? Where it used to be like I don't know, G. It's just everything just continues to move in a very progressive rate. So it's like you can go viral and change your life off of. You could be the best rapper in the world and do it off of making a funny meme, off some funny shit that got nothing to do with your music. And next thing you know, that'd be the thing that catapults you into what it is that you've been wanting this whole time. You know what I'm saying? I got shit to do with your music, but you can make it be about your music.
Do you feel like you sometimes get to the point where you feel obligated to, you know, have to like join that group and join that, you know what I'm saying? Because like Instagram is progressing. Like you said, you know, like they like the reels and stuff like that. Do you ever feel like sometimes it's like, man, if I want to like make it type of thing, I got to hit that vibe? Do you feel like you sometimes get to the point where you obligated, you know, to stick up with the times?
I could see that being I could see how like that could be a thing where it's like, oh yeah, I guess I just got to keep up with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in a space where I want to know how to make things that are current work for me and what I got going on. Like even with the Sock Floba shit, right? So, I've been learning about video formats. Like I learned that, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram, you know, well with these reels, period, like a lot of the shit that we're used to is like, was it 16:9, like 16:9? So we're used to like hitting the little joint and going on full screen and turning our phones this way instead of it being like this way. We turn it this way. TikTok do 9:16. Which is this shit, which is like you don't even gotta shift your phone in order for it to, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like your phone is like where it's like it's horizontal. Well, no, it's vertical instead of horizontal. You know what I'm saying? And even like little shit like that, I feel like that helps me. Like just that little tidbit of knowledge helps me because I'll put some shit up and now you got that just is right here, but you got all this black space. And that might not be as engaging to people. We're talking like psychological. We're talking in a point where it's like it needs to be, because everything else is already doing it, where it's already filling up the whole phone. You open up your phone, TikTok fill up your whole screen every time.
And it's close up, so it is more engaging for sure.
You can't help it. You just fall into it. You swipe up, it's another one, it's another one. Even Instagram got words. Even text. All this little shit in this little thing. You click it, then it go full screen. You got to click it, and they just started really doing that shit this year to keep up with TikTok. So it's like the context of how things are moving. It's like I can see the progression in being able to know what's going on. You don't know it's gotta like conform, and being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just do what everybody else doing, but you can at least be aware of what everybody else is doing and pick and choose what's going on. Like, all right, now I know how to make my shit look as engaging as everybody else's shit.
How do you feel about, because there's some people that just like automatically boom, like I gotta do this, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta stay with it, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as you go, like in my opinion, you go like through your own lane. So it's like, how do you feel like them people like, oh well, I gotta do this, you know what I'm saying? I gotta do this. How do you feel about that?
That's cool shit. They fuck around and might, and you know what, and you know what, and it might work for them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this viral shit now too is like microwavable, where it's like you might actually catch fire, and you'll only catch fire for a day and a half, a week and a half. Like it, where being viral even back then, it kind of lasted a little bit longer. Like the catch me outside shorty. Catch me outside. How about that? Like I don't even really remember what she could walk past me right now and I don't know what the fuck she looked like, but I just know that she exists and existed, and she was able to. Now it's like there's so many people that fuck around and get viral. They sound might get viral. You won't even know who they are, but they sound might get viral because people are stealing, like, not stealing, but like they have it where you could take the audio from like the viral shit now and
reels
just
and stuff.
use that for your reel. They might have got viral off that. They might be getting a bag just off their own audio, and it's just like it's like the ways of like your notoriety like gaining is very loose now, and it's quicker. People can get viral and by the end of the month nobody care about that no more. You know, like my girl, she loved like that whole, like, I think there's like a shorty who like, oh, chicken salad. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Chicken salad, 81st Superior. Like, she love that. She be saying it in the crib, it's a chicken salad. I be like, what? You know what I'm saying? But shorty got a whole thing where she say like, well, I think Google tried to pay her $500 to use her sound or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And she denied that. Like, she turned it down, and she ended up getting a deal or something like that with somebody else. Like, it's stuff going on out here. And like these corporations and industries are like recognizing that, and they're trying to capitalize off that and get more money from it than you as the content creator.
Of course.
So you feel like that's a good or bad thing? Because I mean, they are giving out more opportunities now, though, right?
They're leeching onto the opportunity to the fire that you already created, and that's what's going on when it comes to music labels too, where it's like somebody that's trying to get signed, they ain't trying to make nobody no more. They're not trying to take somebody and be like, we see potential in you, we gonna turn you to the next best thing.
They want you already.
They want you like, you already hot.
Yeah.
Your content popped up on my phone while I was sitting in the office wondering who I'm gonna sign. I turned on my phone and I just saw you. You ain't have to send no demo to my label. You ain't have to knock on my door and rap to me in my face. Like, I opened up my phone and I saw something that you posted because you went viral.
Right.
And I liked it, and I'm finna sign you. That's what's going on right now. And you know,
do you feel like stuff like that makes it easier for artists now?
It makes it easier, but it also makes it easier for you to be cast to the side too. It's like they're gonna use you and throw you to the side. They're gonna be like, thank you for the 15 minutes of fame, for real, and then just like let you go. Like,
right, you ain't hot no more. Right.
That's what's going on. Where it's like, well, who you remember them? I'm an island boy.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know what's up with them no more.
And they got a bag off of clubs. Going to clubs, going up there. Two racially ambiguous, I think they white boys. Two white boys running around with wicks, running around just island boy.
I think they really got famous though because Kevin Hart saw it. You know what I'm saying? And he was making a joke about it.
It ain't just. It was a lot. There was a lot of celebrities though. A lot of.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like Kevin Hart
was the first one. Was like one of the first ones that did it.
He was like, y'all ain't see this, because I remember him saying it like, y'all ain't see dudes. I ain't see him. And then he started repeating it, and like it was like in an interview he had, and he couldn't stop laughing. Like he was laughing about the stuff. Whatever. I'm like, it wasn't even really funny, but being that he steady laughing, trying to explain it, and then like redoing the sound, it made it even more funny. I don't know what it was, but yeah. Do
you feel like you being kind of to yourself? Do you think that hinders you from really blowing how you could be?
Nah. I mean, I know this coming year is the year I start going back outside. You know, like I know we all had the little 2020 stuff happen,
right?
And I never really fully decided to go back outside after that.
So you was one of the ones in the like, I ain't catching that. I'm finna right.
2020 happened. They was like, oh yeah, everyone stay in. I said, bet. I said, perfect. We all get to stay in and we just get to figure it out. Of course, I got a little stir crazy and stuff like that, but it was just like, it was a good time for me to like, you know, I spent bread on some new audio equipment. Spent bread on like getting my little studio in. I know, because everybody unemployment was cracking.
Right.
What? That little unemployment was a hit, boy. I was getting bread. I remember my job was like, yeah, so you can come back on. I was like, yeah, so I'm gonna need a little more time, because that unemployment was a hit. I'm getting bread. I'm throwing my studio together, and that's a studio that I'm even using even now to this day, where it's like,
yeah,
it's helping me launch forward.
Speaking of making money, how you think it's a lot of ways to make money off music now? And is it easy or?
I feel like even the people that's around me that's making that are musicians, they're making money off of other endeavors using the leverage as a musician. Like, you know, shout out to Don of Cash Over Cloud. Cash Over Cloud is his clothing line right now, and it's cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he been going crazy for the last 2-3 years, where it's just like I've been seeing the growth happen. And I think it's and he this my right hand when it comes to like music. Like, we make music together, Big Sploosh. Like, we go crazy with it. So it's like to see him branch off and continue in the world of like clothing and stuff, and he'll tell me every time like this music stuff, it pay him quick. He say it's better than selling crack. Better than selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Because you get that bread in, it's legal. You woo. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, music, we waiting on streams. We hope we get a show. We hope that the manager and the promoters pay us the right way. We do this, we do that. You know what I'm saying? Where this is retail. This is
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we all as units do different things.
I agree. I mean, you know, that's how it always is. That's how it's always gonna go. But you know, I definitely want to know before we get out of here, what do you have coming up next?
So my visual for Moments is out now.
Okay.
Moments is a joint, you know what I'm saying, directed by Tom Shamando. That's my boy. You know, Yosef Day, that's my boy too. We go back in the world of artistry, and just a fantastic team of creative artists who just help put this vision together of just it's funny because it's an old song of mine, but the vibe is still relevant and it still feels good. It's just about capturing what it is that's happening around you in these moments, and appreciating them, believing in yourself even when it's hard to believe in anything else, you know, and giving yourself a pat on the back, because we move fast in life. We move very fast. We're able to just like, and we don't always give ourselves that appreciation. Like, I was just talking to my partner about this, how it's like, it's good to have that goal, but it's also good to have like these sub goals, right? And these goals is gonna get you to the big goal, and it's good to celebrate these goals the same way you would celebrate this goal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if your goal is to graduate, before you graduate, you got to know what school you going to. Yeah. And it's good to it's okay to celebrate the fact that you finally landed on. There's so many schools out here. You celebrated, okay, I know what school I'm going to. Boom, pop a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, cool. I picked my classes. Okay, cool. I got my financial aid going. Okay, cool. I knocked out my first semester. I knocked out my third year. I graduated. I did it. It's like, it's good to celebrate these moments, because we don't.
Yeah, that's true.
We hang on to a lot of the negative shit.
Right.
We'll speak on the negative shit way before we talk on like this stuff that's good for us. I'll tell you about something bad that happened to me but man, this nigga cut me off. He cut me off in traffic. He woo. I did this. Right. My cat died. My dog shitted on my. You know what I'm saying? Like, we will hang on to that, but we won't tell the motherfucker we found $20. Right. We won't tell the motherfucker that like your grandma called and she said something nice to you and it made you smile and shit like that. We won't say that we woke up on time today and we made it to work, even though it ain't feel like we was gonna make it. We made it there on time. We won't say that we in a good mood, but we'll talk about when we in a bad mood. And we need to be able to embrace like the positivity and a lot more.
I agree, and I like how you said that, because it's something that always. I started to notice that too. My friend was just talking about, you know, celebrate the small stuff, celebrate those moments. So do you so anything else coming out that we can expect?
Boom. October, it's gonna be on all streaming platforms soon, but right now it's on SoundCloud. Everybody that's been rocking with me for October, thank y'all. I love y'all. Like I said, we got the Moments video drop. It's already out. Check it out. link in my bio. And just for the whole year of 2023, I'm just dropping more music. You know, I just have intentions on just being more active. I just want to have more fun.
Yeah. Okay. And before we get out of here, though, I wanted to ask, what did you get like your musicianship and your creativity? You know,
I feel like I got my musicianship from my parents. You know, like I feel like my mom listened to like rock, like rock music. You know what I'm saying? She black, but she listened to rock music for sure. And like my pops, he listened to like, you know, funk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He also listened to like some alternative music too that was like a little different and shit. So I know about Foo Fighters and Tool and Peter Gabriel, and at the same time, you know what I'm saying, my first album I remember growing up was a Diddy album that had Biggie on it and was rapping and all that shit. Like and I remember, you know, I listen to so much off brand music now. I listen to underground, upper ground, like tunnel ground. Like I listen to everything now, G, and I feel like all that shit helps shape me, G. So I'm always receptive. I'm always ready to just learn more. I don't feel like I'm too old to learn. I don't feel like I'm too old to just like recreate myself, and I feel like that's what keeps me here.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you definitely, you know what I'm saying, for coming on and supporting us. And definitely, so if you can give me your socials before we get up out of here, tell them where to follow you at.
Yeah. Ace Da Vinci. Hey, follow me on Instagram, man. It's 7 Day High, like high 7 days of the week. But, but it's the word 7, not the number 7. So spell it out. SEVENDAYHIGH. And then on, you know, Spotify and all that, it's just Ace Da Vinci, ACEDAVINCI. And just it's gonna be a lot of good stuff coming out. Like immediately when New Year's hit. I think I want to drop every 7th of the month. You know what I'm saying? I just want to drop something funky every 7th of the month. So stay in tune with me. I'm gonna stay in tune with you. Thank you very much for rocking with me. Everybody that's been rocking with me so far. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all Chicago Realists for keeping me here. Just kicking it, talking shit. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. So yeah, here we are.
So I appreciate you so much for coming on by. So y'all can always make sure y'all follow us at This Is The Record Pool _ We've been rocking for a long time, y'all. It's your girl Summertime Fan, y'all. Make sure y'all follow us. Like, subscribe, comment. I'm gonna need y'all to do all that. Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, do all that stuff, man. Definitely Channel 19. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all hit the website at thisistherecordpool.com and make sure that y'all always supporting underground artistry, man. They on their rise, they on their way up. You don't want to be sitting around here talking about, oh, dag, I seen them. I knew them. Yeah, you should still know them. So keep the vibes going, y'all. So, y'all, it's your girl Summertime Fan. Hopefully Chicago Realists can hit them 3 S's for us before we get up out of here.
Support, subscribe, and wait.
Ooh.
Support, subscribe.
It always takes a minute. Share,
Share.
support, subscribe.
Right,
y'all.
look, we at the same time. Right.
Share, support, subscribe, man.
Yeah.
It was just gonna be a little moment. It's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Please follow the YouTube channel, and this is therecordpool.com. We have all the artists kind of drop their music, and this is therecordpool.com, and we play it on our radio station. You know what I'm saying?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So make sure y'all get that on the internet radio. We appreciate y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for all the years y'all been with me.
Hey.
Since we started, man. So
Hey.
this right here has been a blessing in itself. So I appreciate everybody who's been rocking with us at the Record Pool for the long time. All the supporters, all the people who worked with us directly, indirectly. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. So y'all, it's your girl Summertime Fan, y'all.
It's your boy Chicago Realist.
We out. Peace.
Heavy.